Project is aimed towards improving and delivering in terms of delivery of the learning materials to our students in an innovative way. So in this case, we are aiming to target those who have no or has challenging internet connectivity. It is a Moodle-based portable learning management system. So I believe majority of us here is very much familiar with Moodle nowadays, considering that we are in a virtual setup. And of course, it is designed using pedagogical principles to help teachers develop innovative teaching and learning communities. And of course, it can be implemented in different levels and mode of integration, which you will learn throughout this 1 week. Download PLMS here. So when you click on this, click to download PLMS, you will be redirected to the Google Drive for the actual file to be downloaded. So as you can see here, it is a compressed file, a RAR file, which is 158 megabytes. So you just simply click on download and save it according to the directory where you want to save the file. So I'll just cancel this for me because I have already downloaded it. So once we have that downloaded, we can go to that file. Okay, so I have this one here already. So we have included in the guide how to utilize the use of the WinRAR, because the WinRAR is the one that is used to compress the file. Although you don't need really to install the WinRAR, because the compression software that goes with Windows 10 is already sufficient enough. But if you are going to compress it, we suggest that you use WinRAR, because WinRAR is actually much preferred among cloud drives, because they do not enable macros or viruses. So compared to 7-zip and zip files.
For this tutorial, we will now be setting up and launching our portable learning management system. At this point, we already have downloaded and extracted our PLMS files. So I have here a CHED PLMS folder, which contains the two files, the server folder and the click to start PLMS executable file. Now, the PLMS will not start if we place this one inside a particular folder. So to make it run and work, we have to copy this in the root location, like drive D or drive C. So at this stage, I'm going to place it in drive D. So I simply paste this one here. Okay. So in fact, I already copied this one because it's taking a little while. So I have server, and then I'm gonna just paste the other file. So I now have the two files here has highlighted, and then I'm going to run and double click click to start PLMS. So when you start running this particular, you will see this particular window. So starting Moodle server, and then automatically it's going to open up the Moodle instance. So at this stage, we would remind you not to close this particular window, because this is the one that allows us to function virtually, or allow our Moodle to run an instance virtually. So you might be wondering why I have here PLMS running already, because the last time I stopped here, it was not running. So I have to log out this one first and then stop. Let me just try to do it again. So basically this is how you stop also Moodle or the PLMS from running. Okay, so I have already logged out, and then I'm going to close this tab, and then let's try. Oh, I still have another instance here. Let me just close this one as well. So as you can see, once this Moodle window is closed, you can no longer connect. So let's try running that again. Let's go back to our directory. So it's here, it's starting. So once it starts, I am now back to the primary page. Now when I click on login, this is how you have already started, or we have already started PLMS. So you can log in with your default credentials. And here you are. So the very basic file that you have in your PLMS version right now only contains one sample virtual classroom. So that is the smallest file that we have set out for you, and hopefully you can actually make changes to that one as well. So yeah, that's it. Very easy. Welcome once again, and for this session we are going to discuss a new topic. For today, I'm going to share to you how to do customization for our portable learning management system. As you all know, our PLMS is based on Moodle, so if you're familiar with Moodle, this is going to be an easy activity for you. At this point, I'm going to discuss to you how to customize the PLMS. So once we are logged in, all you have to do is go to the dashboard. Okay, so when you go to the dashboard, you will see this page basically, and then on the upper right, you will see the gear settings, or the gear icon rather. Click on that one and then go to site administration. Further down, you should see appearance, themes. You expand that further and you should see the snap. Now the snap here is actually the theme that is currently being used with this particular Moodle setup. Now this particular theme is by far the smallest, we believe, the smallest configuration we can get as far as the file size is concerned. Now at this point, you can see the different settings that you can actually change for this particular theme. So there are several items that you can change here, but one of the good thing about this Moodle setup is that you can change it the way you wanted, and if ever something goes wrong, you can run another instance of this PLMS. But of course, just always take note what you have done and learn from it, so that the next time you don't have to encounter the same error or issue again. Now let's go to the basics first. The basics here, the first one is site name, and then you have the site color. So you can have your own name of the PLMS, and you can also change the color if you want to. However, the name of the PLMS is the one corresponds at the very top left, and then you can also have your site description. So, and then the logo, and then your fab icon. Now the logo says here your logo is displayed in the header across the entire site. So you can actually if I'm not mistaken, the logo will be the one to appear here instead of the name if you're going to add a logo here. And then for the site color, you can choose any color. You can try looking for, of course, it would be best that you use your school color. But this is only the majority color because there's only one color. Of course, you can look for, if you're not sure of the color combination, you can look here. You can look for it online. So one of the websites that you can try looking for is colorhunt.co. And the color here is not all colors that is shown here is actually applicable. What happens is that if you choose a color that is quite light, you will be given a warning. So try to avoid that one, because this color represents your menu here. You see the red colors here, that will change to the corresponding color that you're going to assign in the site color. So take note of that. Your fab icon here, your logo Fabi icon is the logo that will appear. If you notice at the tab, you see the tab here, that's actually the logo, the fab icon, Fabicon as they call it, that will appear at the tab of the browser. So it would be nice also that you place your own logo here. And then the site footer, these are actually text and HTML. You can actually place some these links are actually directed to Moodle website. So if this is going to be distributed to your students, then this will not be if they don't have internet, then they cannot view this one. However, this is already a very good sample that we have provided, because this is actually a general purpose help and support. So they are directed to the Moodle website. Then below is advanced branding. This is intended for fonts. The default font for this theme Snap is Roboto, and the other one is Georgia. So of course you can use other font. You can experiment on this one. You can try your favorite font like Calibri perhaps, or whatever font you would want to try. And of course, if you are familiar with CSS, you can apply custom CSS here, but I would not want to go to this one, because as much as possible we want this training to be as simple as much as we want you to absorb the concepts and the lesson for today. So yeah, so just a little bit of a review. If you want to make some changes in the theme settings, all you have to do is once you are in the dashboard, go to your gear icon on the upper right, go to site administration, go to appearance, themes, and then snap. Okay, now you might want to change also the theme, then it's up to you, but preferably for now we'll stick to this one, so that you would not also be consuming so much time, and at least you would have a much more impact in terms of learning what would be what you could absorb for today. All right, so yeah, site name, site color, site description, then favicon. Of course, you can add your logo here. So just take note, this would most likely replace the name that will appear at the top. So this name of school PLMS here will be changed to just a logo. So that would be the site footer. You can customize this one. You can change this one. You can add on this one. And then advanced branding. It's up to you if you want to apply this one. And once you have made some changes here, you can click on Save Changes. Save Changes. And then we can go to cover display. So if you've noticed earlier when we try to log in, okay, let me close this one first. When we log out, we are directed to this banner, right? So that is where we are going to change this particular banner. So you can change it to your school banner, and yes, to make it more customized. So of course the color red here is also part of the theme, so you can also make the changes to that one. So let's go back to the themes and then snap and then cover display rather. So for this particular cover, you can make this one. Take note, the size would be in 1200 by 600 pixels, and the landscape. Okay, take note of the landscape positioning. Then you can also apply a rotating banner, so a carousel. Yes, you can apply that one. So you can upload here the 3 different covers from your school, and then you can place title or subtitle if you need to, and just simply save that one. Once you're done with that one, you can save changes. So as of now, you may not have any images, but I would suggest you try to prepare something so that this particular change is also one of the assignment that you will do. So once I while we're doing the customizations, I hope you can do that one, because there are submissions that you are required at the end of the session. So to make it easier from your end while you're following me, you can immediately make the changes and submit, take some screenshots and paste it in a Word document. Yeah, it would be much easier. Okay, so yes, that's how you change your color schemes and banners. Okay.
In terms of the distribution considerations of this PLMS is that you have a teacher account which will handle your customization and as well as what do you call this? The student account. So the teacher will be the one to you customize. Of course, those that we have mentioned earlier, it's not really that many customizations that needs to be made. Then if you're an experienced Moodle user, then wherein you can create the content or the learning activities, which you can add it later on. And then on the side of the student, you will have to enroll them later on. Of course, that will be discussed in the succeeding training. So the main idea really of our PLMS is for them to access the learning materials with no internet at all, using only the portable drive. Of course, they have to have a computer also in order for them to access the PLMS. So the way that they are going to utilize PLMS is the way that you are trying to run it. Student's guide in starting Moodle. Now, I believe there are a lot of challenges for others right now. So I will demonstrate to you also in terms on the student side and how they can actually start the Moodle. It's pretty much the same actually as the way you are implementing it or running it right now. Except that it will be in flash drive. Yes, updating for our profile. So once you click on your profile, it will bring you to the personal details that you can actually change. So insert image here. You can insert your personal photo, and then when you click on edit profile, so this is where we can change your personal profile. So let's say, for example, Let me just use my name here. So the email address, this is the default, the one that we have provided. And you can also change your password if you want to. Of course, you need to change that one later on once you are going to distribute it to your students. And then your picture, we just choose this one for this SEO logo. And then update profile. And there you are. So the name and the picture of the user is there. So when you click on home on my courses, you will be able to see an updated name and logo on this side. All right. So yes, those are the options that we have for now. Okay. Okay. So, okay, the instructions are here already.
For this particular PLMS tutorial, we are going to show you how to stop the Moodle instance. So right now, for this particular our PLMS tutorial, we running, are going to show you as you can how see, to stop the Moodle instance window. We have the our Moodle running and our virtual classes as shown. Now, as you can see, like I mentioned at the beginning, never close this particular window because this is the one that allows our Moodle to function as expected. So when we want to stop working with our PLMS, so the first thing that we have to do is to avoid any file corruptions, I would suggest you log out properly from this window, and then once you are done logging out, that's the time you stop this Moodle from running. And as you can see at the bottom here, you have two options. So the first one is if you need to open the site again, then you can press 1. But if you want to stop using and shut down the portable Moodle, we have to press 2, and automatically it will shut down the Moodle server as well as the database that is running behind. And of course, that goes all with SAMP. That's it. You have now successfully shut down our PLMS.